This little breath is really fun, and it is a bit jiggly, a bit sparkly. It looks a little silly, it sounds a little funny, but it is a delicious little quick snack to move things around, get things going. So the breath technique, I call it a bunny breath. It's a very light little breath at the level of the nostrils, like you imagine a bunny kind of wrinkling its little nose. So the breath is a little bit more focused on the exhalation than the inhalation, but unlike kapalabhati, you're not just pushing the breath out. So I would say rather than thinking out, 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 or in, out, in, out, in, out, it's more like in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. It sounds like this. So there's a light feeling of the breath coming back in through the nostrils, but I am really pumping my navel. And it's the pump of the navel that makes this breath so effective, so fast. So you'll shape your hands into little fists by bringing the thumb to the pinky finger knuckle and then loosely clasp your fingers around the thumb. And you're just going to bounce your little fists up and down between your sternum and your pubic symphysis, the front of your pelvis. So much so that you're starting to jiggle a little bit through all of the parts of you that shake. So through your fat, through your breasts, through your pelvic floor, you're going to jump a little bit up and down on your sits bones as though you were just knocking on the door at the bottom of your pelvis. So get this going. See if you can really get everything to move. You're not using a tremendous amount of muscular effort, just letting gravity do its thing as you press down, 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 and you pump the breath like a little bunny, nice and slight through the nostrils. Imagine that you're able to work the breath through both nostrils simultaneously and equally. And as you keep on bouncing, coordinate the movement of your breath, the rhythm of your breath, with the rhythm of your bouncing up and down. So at first, you're just coordinating all of this effort. And then you can start to do some of the subtle stuff. So let your eyes go up and in to your eyebrow center as though you were looking to the place in your forehead right between the two eyebrows, kind of equidistant between the nose tip and the top of the head. And if you start to feel a little bit flighty here, you can always just release the eyes back and rest them. Or, of course, you can always open your eyes at any time if it helps you to get more thick contact with your surroundings. Now, let the tip of your tongue come up to the top of your palate, the same place where you would say the word life or love or hallelujah. You have a light contact with the tip of the tongue right in the middle of the palate. So not all the way into the hard palate right behind the front two teeth, or all the way into the soft palate down towards your uvula, a place where you can kind of tickle yourself with the back of your tongue. Put it right in the middle. So your tongue is resting like a hammock. And you have these kind of secret seals. The yogic tradition calls them mudras. There are these energetic seals, like little locks that you create inside to hold your attention, to anchor yourself inside of the inner experience as you use the technique to start to jostle other bits around. You give yourself a little bit of a fascial shakeup, moving all of your fluids, and keep going with that nice, light bunny breath. Feel that you're pulling your navel back evenly, so the navel is moving back in relationship with the nostrils. There's a squeeze on all sides of the navel directly back towards the spine. And as you continue to bounce up and down, feel that the navel is moving back in tandem. So you have a lot of things going on. You're spreading your attention between the sound of the breath in your ears, the focus of the eyes at the eyebrow center, the sensation of the tip of the tongue in the center of the palate, the squeeze of the navel up and in, the feeling of the thumb at the base of the pinky knuckle, and the jumping, 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 jumping in coordination with your navel pulling back. So we're just going to take about 100 more breaths here. Give yourself a count. If you hate it, speed it up. If you love it, slow it down. But this way, you know you have a beginning, a middle, and an end. You don't just do the practice until you run out of steam, just like you don't drive your car until you run out of gas. You drive until you get to your destination. You cook until you finish your recipe. So the recipe here and in many forms of breath work is a count because it gives you the power to narrate your experience. So when it is you get to where you're going to take a deep breath in, fill yourself up all the way, and then take 3 small sips of air in through your mouth to top it off and be full. Hold and squeeze yourself at the tippy top, pulling up and in on the floor of your perineum. Pull your navel up and in. Squeeze yourself from the bottom to the middle to the tippy top of your head. And as though you're popping the cork on the champagne, exhale through the top of your head and let it go. Give yourself a moment to completely soften and scan your attention like you're combing your fingertips through your energetic field. Unclenching everywhere, feeling the weight of your bones, and perhaps a sense of almost like a bristling energetic current that bounces off of you after several minutes of this bunny breath. Tingliness, a springiness, perhaps a sense of a vibratory current. And then just envision yourself at the center of your own kinesphere, the center of your field of potential movement, the center of your own life circumstances, the center of your circumference. And then when you're ready, exhale, open your eyes, and let it go.